Hello everyone, today I'm making blueberry cheesecake bars. I found this recipe, I think on Pinterest. Not 100% sure, it could have been Facebook, I don't know. Anyway, I tweaked it a little bit because I go for ease. There's no reason to make a cheesecake when you can buy the stuff already made. And there's no reason to make your own graham cracker crumbs when you can buy them already made for you. So what we need is graham cracker crumbs, 2 containers of the cheesecake filling, it's ready to eat, and your blueberry pie filling, 2 of those, a thing of Cool Whip, and 2 boxes of Jell-O, vanilla flavored. And on the milk, I may need to add a little more. I think I measured it out wrong, but anyway, I'll fix that. I should have got my bigger measuring cup, and that's what threw me off. So I got a stick of melted butter already, and I'm going to add my already made graham cracker crumbs. Why do the work when someone else will do it for you? So you just want to mix this together with a fork until it's damp looking. Looks kind of like sand at the beach. Of course, not our beaches here. We have white sand. So I'm going to take a quick break because I know this is kind of work. And once this is all incorporated, I'll come back. Okay, so I've got it all incorporated. Now I've got my big pan here, and I'm doing this in a disposable pan because this is for Easter tomorrow, and I don't want to have to worry about washing dishes. This can just be thrown out. So I'm going to dump it all in here. Some of this is kind of stuck to the bottom of the bowl. That's fine. Just get what you can out. Now I got my measuring cup here, and I'm going to spread this out. And press down really good. Try to get it as even as possible. And I like to get it up on the sides a little bit. Because a lot of cheesecakes that you have will have the crust go up the side. So just push it with the measuring cup. And pat it down like this. And like I've said in all my other videos, it doesn't have to be perfect. You're not going on, I get what it's called, Hell's Kitchen. So this isn't a contest. I mean, it could be, but mine is not. It doesn't have to go all the way up the side of the pan, just however high you want it, however thick you want it to go up on the side also. So just try to smooth this out, make it as even as possible. Get some more of this up here. Okay, this is pretty much done. Whoops, unless you do something like that. So our next step is we're going to set this to the side. Try to be careful so you don't have crumbs everywhere. And I like to dump the 2 things of cheesecake mix in here in a bowl. And because you know, cheesecake cream cheese is kind of firm. So just get it and stir it up. Mix it so it's not, I don't know, lumpy, I guess. That's it. Now you want to bring this back over. Very carefully. Well, it doesn't want to pour out. So just spoon it in. And then once you get it spooned in, you're gonna even it out, spread it out really good. So I'm gonna pause this and I'll show you what it looks like when it's done. Okay, so I've got it all spread out, spooned out, and it doesn't have to be perfect, as I always say, because this definitely is not. So now you get your pie filling and just pour on top. And I made one of these before and only used 1 can of pie filling, and it could have used more. So I'm probably not going to use 2 whole cans, but probably 1.5 cans, and then take the rest of it with me, and it can be used as a garnish to spread out later. So, well, I may have used a little more than 1/2 can, but that's okay. Use as much or as little as you want. Just depends on your preference as to how much blueberry you want in there. Now you can use any flavor pie filling that you want. My family just happens to like, actually my husband and my mother love blueberry, anything blueberry. So, okay, that's about a little over 1/2 can, 1.5 cans. So now I'm going to set this to the side, and it is a little heavy. And I got my 2 packages of Jell-O. So get this in here. And I don't want to use, if you're making regular Jell-O, it calls for 2 cups of milk. Well, I don't want to use a full 2 cups for each package. This is probably 2.5 cups or so. I'm going to mix that in. I'm going to stir it and whisk it and see what the consistency is. I may need to add a little more. Depends on how it thickens up. But I use a whisk. That way you can get all the lumps out. Okay, it's starting to feel kind of thick, so I'm just going to add another 1/2 cup. Okay, now that I've got this whisked in together, I'm going to take a tub of Cool Whip and add in here. And this is going to be your topping. So it's going to take a minute to get it loosened up. And make sure your Cool Whip is thawed, because you can't stir in chunks of Cool Whip. Okay, I think what I'm going to do is go back to my spoon. Yeah, that works a lot better. So I'm going to get this mixed together, and I'll see you back when it's done. Okay, so I've got it all mixed in, and I could just eat this by itself. So now I'm just going to pour it across here. And depending on how big of a pan you have, You may not need all of it. This pan is a little bit smaller than the one I used before to make it. So you just spread it out. And put it in the freezer. And it's easy to cut when you freeze it solid, like freeze it overnight. Take it out and let it thaw for maybe an hour, and then it cuts really good. I used a metal spatula, like a cake serving spatula, to cut mine with. And you can just cut it in squares. What I did is I cut it down the middle, and then cut it each side through, and cut across, and you just, however thick you want it. So this is it. I've got some extra. I can freeze this and use it for another project. So easy peasy. Hope you enjoy it. If you have any questions about it, feel free to comment and I will reply. Thanks. Have a good day.